Hello, do you know where we are today? Today we're at the Blandford Nature Center farm. The BNC farm. What do you think they grow here? They grow both food and flowers. Look at this, what's behind me. Do you know what that's called? It's a greenhouse. Do you think we should go and see what's inside? I think so too. Come on. Hi, what's your name and what do you do here at Blandford?
Hi, my name is Liz and I'm the farm manager here at Blandford. So that means that I take care of the vegetables and animals that are at the farm.
Oh, wow. I have a question about this greenhouse that we're in. Why do you have plants inside of the greenhouse?
That's a good question. So some plants are very sensitive to cold, and cucumbers and tomatoes are two plants where if they get too cold, they just won't survive or do very well. So we plant them in here so we can have them earlier in the season. We plant them out in the field too, but we have to plant them a lot later than we can because outside it takes longer to get warm.
So when the tomatoes grow, and if they're maybe half grown, can you move them outside when they're ready?
That depends. So we start off planting them in a very small tray, and then when they're big enough, we move them to a larger pot. And then from there, we either plant them inside the greenhouse or outside. So once their roots really get developed inside, it's not good to move them at that point. So some are meant for inside and some are meant for outside, but then once they're planted in the ground, then that's where they'll stay for the season.
Oh. So I'm curious about when you start planting the seeds, when do you do that? Like what month?
So I start my very earliest seeds in the middle of February. Those are things like onions and herbs. Some herbs can take 3 weeks to start growing. So I start those things in February, and it kind of depends on how long the plant takes to grow. Things like lettuce, you can plant out 2 weeks to a month before you put it outside in the field. Things like tomatoes take like a month and a half. So I have a whole schedule with all different plant start dates because different plants take different amounts of time to grow.
Oh, interesting. Would you mind showing us some of the seeds that you've planted?
I'd love to. Follow me.
Wow, look at all of this. Look at where we are. Woohoo! These are potato plants. And the sign is like this, potato. These aren't quite ready to be picked yet. And they actually don't grow above ground, they grow underneath in the dirt, so you can't see them. Do you see these little orange things on the plants? It's called a potato bug. It really likes to eat the leaves of the plant. But that's not a good thing, because it makes it harder for the potatoes to grow. If they continue to eat the plant, we won't get any vegetables. Luckily, the farmers know how to take care of those bugs. Hey, do you see the plants that are growing behind me? These are onions. And the sign for onion is this. Look at those long rows of onions. Let's see, we have one here and one next to it. Wow! So onions don't grow above the ground. They grow underneath, so you can't really see them when they're under there. Look at the plants we have here. This is called lettuce, and the sign is this. Do you want to see it up close? Does it make you hungry? Me too. It makes me want to make a sandwich. Put a nice big piece of lettuce on that sandwich. Sounds so good. Hello again. Look at the plants we have here. Do you know what they started as though? They started as very small seeds. And the sign for seed is like this. Let's plant a seed now. Are you ready? Me too. First, you have to take your finger. Oh, now what's the next step? have my seed. There it goes. That's it. Do you want to do more? I think so too. I got really dirty with that one, but now we're done. It's so fun to look forward to seeing them grow. You have to be patient though. So some farms sell their vegetables and fruits at a place called the Farmer's Market. And the sign is like this, Farmer's Market. So now let's ask Liz, what do you do here with your vegetables and fruit? After you harvest them, what do you do with them?
So we are a farm that does go to a farmer's market. There's one right in town called the Fulton Street Farmer's Market, and we go there on Fridays and Saturdays during their main season, which is May through October. A farmer's market is a place where farmers can bring to sell their vegetables and fruits, but they are not open all the time like a grocery store is. They're only open during some days of the week. A lot of the vendors that go there will sell vegetables, but some will also sell fruit, flowers, bread. So it's a great way to support people who are either growing or making local food.
Oh, very cool. Liz, thank you so much for sharing with us all of the information about your farm today. Really appreciate you explaining everything.
Well, thanks so much for visiting. It was nice to meet you, and you'll have to visit again soon.
Oh yeah, I think we should definitely come visit again. Thank you.